Beneath the crust, below the mantle, and underneath the molten core is the hot, dense, solid inner core of our planet.
Can't drill straight down to the Earth's center. It's around 3,000 kilometers through the mantle just to the outer core. But scientists at Peking University in China found that seismic waves from earthquakes showed the Earth's core rotating, but also slowing down, and that it stopped just over 10 years ago and appears to be picking up speed, rotating now in the other direction. So what could that mean for the magnetic forces in and around the Earth?
Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam told us that there are minor signs and there are major signs. Now, the minor signs, some of the scholars told us that all of them came to pass. We have witnessed all of the minor signs. Now, the concern of this presentation is about some of the 10 major signs of the approach of the hour. 5 of those 10 seem to be cosmic in nature, that they are related to certain happenings that are related to the cosmos, certain universal happenings that will take place that will tell us that the hour is approaching. And one of them is that the sun will appear from the west instead of the east. We have known that for years and years and years. And we were told that the sun will appear from the west as a sign that the hour is approaching. Again, I remind myself and I remind my sisters and brothers that whatever I will mention from science that people really put as the absolute truth when we know it is not, but what we know from science is the following. What is happening is that the Earth has been rotating around its axis since the creation of the universe. In the beginning, our Earth used to complete one complete circle around its axis in 4 hours. It used to be very fast, and it has been slowing down since then. Now it completes one rotation around its axis in 23 hours, 56 minutes and 4 seconds. And scientists know that the speed is going to diminish. The Earth is going to slow down up to a point where it will not be able to support any more decrease in its speed. When that will happen, the Earth will behave like a spring, that you rotate in a certain direction up to a certain point when you cannot really wind it any further in that direction. Then if you leave it, what will happen? It will start to rotate in the opposite direction. And the Earth is going to do that. That's what scientists tell us, that the Earth is going to slow and slow and slow up to a point where it cannot, because of its mass, slow any further. Then it will stop briefly and will start to rotate in a clockwise fashion. And guess what will happen when that takes place? The sun will appear from the west. And the hadith related through the authority of Hudhayfa ibn al-Yaman from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam about this is very clear. When the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam is reported to have said that when the hour approaches, 2 nights will join each other and the people will wake up from the first night to see that the night is not over yet. And they will be terrified and they will be scared and they will find that the sun did not come out. And another night came, and then 2 nights will appear in a row. And then after that, the sun will appear again, but this time it will come from the west instead of the east.
When that sign is seen, everybody will believe. Prophet ﷺ said, Qiyamah will not occur until the sun rises from the west. And when the people see it, they will all believe. Then he recited this verse, that when they see some of the signs of their Lord, it will not matter if they believe at that time. In another hadith in Abu Dawood, the Prophet ﷺ said that the first of the signs will be the rising of the sun from the west, and right after it, at duha time. Duha is before dhuhr, 9 to 11 o'clock, mashallah, depends on where you're living. The Prophet ﷺ said, the first of these signs will be the rising of the sun from the west, then right after at duha, the dabba will come, the beast will come. And the Prophet ﷺ said, whichever of these comes, the next one will follow immediately. In other words, maybe the dabba will come at duha, and the sun will come from the west the next day. Or maybe the sun will come from the west, and the same day, because that's going to be the Fajr time, the same day the beast will come. So there are at least 6 or 7 ahadith, 3 of them at least in Bukhari and Muslim, that mention the sun rising from the west. This is something where, frankly, our minds have no majal. It is explicit, it is authentic, and so sami'na wa ata'na. You cannot make a reinterpretation. It's pretty clear. The Quran is saying, when they see this sign, iman is of no use. This means what? This is a sign that is simply beyond question. It's like the magicians of Fir'aun when they saw the staff become a snake. This is a sign, this cannot be magic. This is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is why there is no point of a person accepting. It's too late. It's not going to be accepted of you. And as our Prophet ﷺ said, Allah will accept the tawbah of any person until he sees the angel of death. Right? So when you see the angel of death, that is it is gone. There is no. Now, another hadith says, Allah will accept the tawbah of any person until the sun rises from the west. So there clearly is an indication that the sun shall rise from that portion, and it will be something that is manifest and clear. This is not normal, and this is going to be the final day, and everything is going to come to an end. So this is the issue of the sun rising from the west.